Hey there. I just wanted to hop on to video today and talk to you for a few moments about how to help your kids set healthy boundaries. Teaching kids to set healthy boundaries is really important for their safety. They learn to say no to people who would possibly take advantage of them or who might treat them unkindly in any of their relationships throughout their lives. So it's essential for them to have healthy boundaries for their relationships really throughout their life. And it can be harder for parents of sensitive spirited kids because our kids who are super sensitive also tend to feel everybody else's feelings, right? So they often tend to want to help other people or soothe other people or fix things for them. And sometimes that can translate into helping others at the expense of yourself. So here's some tips for how to help your child learn healthy boundaries. We can help our kids learn how to set these healthy boundaries when we, number one, allow them to say no. Okay. And it doesn't mean that we don't ask them to do chores or insist that they pitch in around the house or that we don't set limits with them. And if you have more questions about that, you can see down below, I'll link one of the other videos that I've done on setting limits with your spirited sensitive child. But it does mean that we allow them to say no, especially with relation to things that are about their body, okay? And related to that is supporting them to stay connected to their feelings and their body sensations, because it's our feelings and our body sensations that give us a message about when a boundary is needed or when a boundary is being crossed, right? You know when something doesn't feel right in your gut, you have maybe butterflies in your stomach or maybe a tightness in your throat or something. So all of those kinds of situations where your child seems to be trying to set a boundary that it's related to their feelings or their body sensations, or just even where they're trying to understand or express something that they want or need that's related to their feelings. Helping them to explore that and to honor their feelings is important. Another way we can do it is to allow them to set boundaries. So that might look like, this is my space, right? Or I don't want a kiss or a hug from grandma or from you or from Uncle Joe, right? Another fourth tip here is to create safety in your home for the healthy expression of anger. Now, anger is important because it's intimately linked to setting boundaries, right? Or having your boundaries crossed. Somebody crosses a boundary that you've set, if you speak up on your own behalf and they still aren't listening, anger is quite an appropriate response, some kind of a healthy expression of anger. So if you come from a family in which anger was either suppressed or repressed, or maybe anger was people held it and then they exploded, or there was some other type of less than healthy expression of anger, you might need some help to get clarity around that or to do some healing work around that. And my last and fifth tip for you today is to allow them to defend themselves. So that means that if they have hit someone in self-defense, well, you ultimately, in the bigger picture, might want to talk to them about other options. The very first thing you're going to do is honor that they needed to protect themselves and that they needed to set a boundary, and really support them in that. So when we teach our kids and support our kids in these ways, then they learn that it's safe to set boundaries, and they learn that it's totally okay and it's normal to set boundaries. And they go on to learn to set healthy boundaries with others, in the future, in their other friendships and relationships, in their work relationships. Super important. It'll help them build healthy relationships throughout their lifetime. So thanks for listening. Those are my tips for today. If you have questions or comments, please pop them down below. And as I mentioned, I'll link a couple of other related videos in the comments below. So have a peek if you'd like to learn more on this topic.